I did Sandhurst with Tom during our plebe year, and
Let's go!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2021 Sandhurst competition. My name is Cadet Nathan Schubring, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. Lieutenant General Williams, Command Sergeant Major Coffey, Major General Evans, Command Sergeant Major Gann, Brigadier General Buzzard, Command Sergeant Major Killingsworth, Brigadier General Jebb, Brigadier General Quander, Brigadier General Howard, Mr. Tim Surdike, distinguished guests, and Sandhurst competitors. Welcome to the 2021 Sandhurst Competition Award Ceremony. Our invocation will be offered by Major Jose Rondon, the United States Corps of Cadets Chaplain. Please stand for his message.
Leaders, let us pray. Dear God, today we are honored to be in this legendary room with all of our cadet warriors from our beloved institution, the United States Military Academy, along with all the wide array of service academies and ROTC teams coming from every corner of our great nation. Each cadet warrior has indeed made this 2021 Sandhurst prestigious competition a remarkably unforgettable event. They have consistently focused on over-communication, synchronization, uniformity, harness strength, and an unbending commitment to excellence and honor. We ask God that you will keep encouraging, loving, empowering, and polishing each and every one of them to become the very best our nation requires, expects, and deserves. They will be our future leaders as they have superbly led from the very front today and yesterday. Duty, honor, country, go Army, in your name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome to the stage Colonel Al Boyer, the Director of the Department of Military Instruction. Please sit down.
Okay, distinguished guests, welcome to the Sandhurst 2021 Awards Dinner and Ceremony. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to Mr. Tim Surdike. Sir, thank you for being here today. For all of us, this is a business trip. We came here to compete. We all came here to win. But in this space, we also came here to train, develop, and build lasting experiences and relationships. None more than the suck, which occurred over the last 36 hours. But we all did this together in COVID, and we in the Army are better off for this opportunity. I want all of you to please help me thank Lieutenant General Williams and Major General Evans for making this event a possibility. I also want to thank the entire USMA team, the ROTC, PMSs, all the trainers, coaches, and support staff, our soldiers from the 304th and Public Affairs Attachment who have tirelessly supported this effort to ensure we had a safe and accurate competition. And a special recognition to our 44th Medical Detachment, sitting right over here in the middle corner. You were critical in taking care of our competitors and no so more than ensuring we avoided any significant injuries last night and some really bad weather, to make an understatement. Let's give a round of applause to all those who helped behind the scenes and made this a great event, please. This competition was not easy by design. It focused on 4 key elements: physical fitness, lethality, basic soldier fundamentals, and leader decision-making. You were scored on fitness, lethality, and basic skills, but make no mistake, and I hope one of the best lessons you take away from this competition is the impact of your decision-making on accomplishing the mission, which in this case often meant how you scored. We are transforming Sandhurst, and many of you don't know we are concluding a contract with CBS to televise this event next year. As such, this competition is not EIB with a prescribed packing list where we inspect you for deficiencies. Those things still matter, but this is becoming a warrior skills competition where outcomes along the way are favored or penalized by your leadership. For example, many of you desire to keep your 2 rucks as light as possible, but I bet some of you at some point wish you had put some spare socks, baby powder, or maybe an extra uniform in there. They're in the back. Throughout this competition, you conducted numerous physical events with over 27 miles of total movement in the mountains of West Point, most notably 12 to 15 miles yesterday during the round robin, and ending last night with a cool and easy 8-mile ruck march. Throughout this week, you've shot over 12,000 rounds of 9mm, 16,000 rounds of 5.56, and thrown over 2,000 practice grenades. As you executed 16 events covering multiple fundamental soldier skills and warrior tasks as well. But at the end of the day, readiness, endurance, resiliency, and how you chose to compete and decisions you made won the day for each event and overall. There was Cadet Shearer from North Georgia. Where are you at? So Cadet Shearer knew who the best shooters in his squad were for the pistol. He organized them by ability to each distance, adjusted based on fatigue, and gave a detailed brief to the squad to enable success. That squad placed 12th in that event, as noted by as an example of leadership by my cadre. Where's Cadet McKendrick from USMA G4? All right, G4, where you at? So Cadet McKendrick received, briefed, and organized the team for each exercise of functional fitness based on their known strengths, and after the lane gave immediate feedback on what they should improve on and what they did well. G4 placed 10th in that event. Where's Midshipman Kinnear from Navy? They teach leadership at Navy as well. Midshipman Kinnear, throughout the tactical care lane, controlled the squad and directed members of which casualties to treat and in what way. He placed himself at friction points where the squad members were struggling and gave direction or assistance. Navy placed first in that event. Cadet McCord from Stephen F. Austin, who was consistently observed taking control of the squad and putting out priorities of work to eat and drink water, report SI, and prepare for the lanes. That enabled, as my cadre noted, his team to take 7th on the weapons assembly lane. Cadet McCauley from USMA D2, who during the commo lane, where are you at? There you are. Gave priorities of work, delegated certain tasks to other members of the squad, and focused attention on key tasks to ensure their accomplishment. D2 took first on that lane. How about the crucible that we just watched? And we talked to a lot of the general officers out there, and the leadership from Embry-Riddle, where you at? If you want an example of what I'm talking about, I watched every single team run the crucible. And every single team did almost exactly what I thought they would. When they got to the end, the entire team went to the log. And they all focused on the physical event. Not one team took a squad leader member and started to look at all the other stuff they had to move. And so what happened is, as we finished the log, we tended to be disoriented, grab a bunch of stuff, and some did it successfully, some did not so successfully, and it affected your score and affected where your time was. But let me tell you what I've heard once, and this is from Embry-Riddle. Standing down at the end, we're about 20 meters from the end of the lane, and I finally hear someone say, "Put the ammo crates on the litter." Simple direction. I watched that happen. They were competing with another team from ROTC who had their ammo crates on the backs of 2 individual team members. Embry-Riddle finished that lane extremely fast, winning that heat with a time of 5 minutes and 13 seconds. What they don't know is, because of that decision, that leader decision and that speed, that Embry-Riddle won the Crucible event. You won the Crucible event over USMA Black and Gold at 5:14 and 5:15 seconds by 1 second. Like these cadets, most of you will tell stories of this day fondly and others not so fondly, but I promise you'll tell stories. There's an old saying, never volunteer for anything in the Army. That's total BS to true warriors. Congratulations on being here. You're the best of the best. You're the best at your university, the best in your region, the best in your regiment, or the best in the Corps of Cadets. You're true warriors who volunteered to compete in a military skills competition most of your peers chose not to do, and some might not be able to do. For that, I thank and commend you. I know the Army is in great hands when I look at you who are willing to tackle this tough and difficult challenge. How about a round of applause for all of our cadet athletes who participate in Sandhurst this year? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please enjoy your dinner.
We found out that the Sandhurst competition here at West Point was going on around last fall. We were really excited when we heard that we were coming out here. It's an incredible environment to meet other people who are similar-minded and want to get downrange and do hard things that really challenge themselves, not only physically, but more as a leader as well. So it's exciting to meet other teams and other like-minded individuals that want to push each other and push ourselves. As we enter into being officers within the Air Force, whatever branch that we're in, and we enter into this more modern and complex world, these kind of exercises need to happen more often, and it's going to be incredibly important that we learn to work with each other, whether that's other branches within the U.S. military or international partners. And so I believe that this competition may be a small just subsect of what really needs to happen at large for our military to be capable and competent in the future. I believe personally for our team, a victory out here really just means coming together and learning a lot more about this. We've got a lot of young individuals on our team right now, and it's exciting for them to be able to come out and experience this. But I believe that we have the leadership capability, we've got the skills underneath our belt, and I believe we have the physical aptitude to do well, and we've worked hard, so we deserve it here.
I'd say we just can't let it get to our head. We still got a lot of work to do on Friday and Saturday. I'd say our team strengths, I'd say the biggest one is camaraderie. It allows each one of us to push each other more and more forward. We do that ruck march, climb that hill, whatever it may be. We've been ready for this competition since last year because we didn't get to do it. So we're really rearing and ready to go and ready to finally do a spring competition after 2 years. It's a ruck march. Someone might say, hey, I can take some extra weight. It's a zodiac land. Someone will say, oh, I can get in front and paddle more. We just know each other very well. So the black and gold team, we showed that we could beat them in the race. I think we got a good shot at beating them in this competition.
All right, buffs on 3. 1, 2, 3, buffs!
So our team is definitely facing some stiff competition this year, which is a good thing. We look forward to it. It'll definitely encourage us to work harder than the competition itself. It'll motivate us to push ourselves a little bit harder. Our team is just really tight unit. We work really well together. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and I think we'll be able to capitalize on that. Everybody's gonna have their low point, and being able to look to your left and right, rely on your teammates definitely helps you get through it and definitely helps perform your best. Winning this competition would really mean everything to me and the team as a whole. I've been doing Sandhurst since I was a freshman, and I've been on black and gold since I was a sophomore. So really, me and my teammates have been training for this together. We've all been on the same team for about 3 years now. It would really just mean a lot to our team and to the academy as a whole to win this year's Sandhurst competition.
I think we're doing well. I mean, we've definitely made some mistakes, but we're just focusing on moving on, focusing on the next lane, and then just executing from there.
The great thing about this team is that we just have so many great people. I really think Gold has not only a shot, the best shot to win. Winning matters. And that's why I like this team, because the expectation is that we win. It's great competition. I love it. I don't want anyone to do any worse so that we can win. I want everyone to perform at the highest level possible so that we can, hit that next level and say, we didn't win because somebody stumbled. We won because we executed to perfection. We are the best. We've been preparing like the best. We're not going to quit just because something doesn't go our way. We're going to sell out the whole time because at the end of the day, winning matters. But what matters more is knowing that you can look back and say, I didn't leave any doubt on the field.
It's all of us together. We can take this in stride. It's about all of us doing well and doing our best. Right now, my team is doing TCCC, so Tactical Combat Casualty Care. And so we're going over just how to assess a casualty, how to move a casualty, how to evac a casualty and call a 9 line. So teamwork plays a huge part in TC3 because you can't do it all. There's so much to do, and you want to do it as quickly as possible to increase the chances of the survival of that casualty. And so you break it up as best you can to be effective. And so that's where teamwork plays the biggest part.
I got all you.
Duty, honor, country. Those three hallowed words reverently dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you will be. They are your rallying point.
As a leader, when you fail at one thing, then that one thing could mean a soldier's life or the failure of the mission.
1, 2, 3, shot.
265.
All right, we're moving, guys. We're moving.
In the modern environment, soldiers need to be ready to embrace the suck and being in some of the worst conditions possible.
When you're doing such unbelievably difficult tasks, and sometimes it just feels like you can't keep going.
Winning is an attitude. And it's about going out there and attacking the competition.
No matter how much you try to game plan it, there's always going to be something you can't account for that you have to overcome.
You're exhausted mentally and physically, and you still need to continue to push forward and drive on.
Because one day we'll be going into combat with our lives on the line.
In the evening of my memory, always I come back to West Point.
Nothing's given to you at West Point.
My role in ROTC, I've just been with the Ranger Challenge team as a team leader. So I work directly with the squad leader, and I just help facilitate good quality training. My time in the reserves and all the other training that I've gotten to go and get has helped me in ROTC pretty tremendously. Just understanding what it's like outside of the cadet battalion, and kind of having an idea of what's going to be happening looking forward. So you get a better understanding of working with people, the kind of leader that you want to be. You take a little bit from everybody that you meet, It's just nice to be able to train up some of the other guys that haven't spent any time in actual, training indoor field environment. I feel that getting out here and getting after it with other branches, really just seeing the best of what they had to offer and racking and stacking ourselves against them is always a great opportunity to, remind ourselves that we're all in the same fight. We're all a part of the United States military, and everybody out here is working towards the same goal.
Platoon dispersed, equipment destroyed, moving on to the next target.
Sandhurst is an event where all of the top teams from each brigade come to compete for Ranger Challenge events and just show our soldiering skills and our physical and mental abilities and strength. So this absolutely means a lot to us to come down here from the University of Louisville, being that it was the last time was in 2010 that we came down. We've been training really hard for this for about a year and a half since that last time that we won a brigade. It means everything to us. So the team's been working hard. We've been putting in work with a really good team captain, Ethan Center. He's been putting in a lot of work and a lot of time, a lot of hours been spent on this. So to bring home the win means the world to us. So with COVID, it was very tough. We set up team workouts virtually for a little bit, and then as soon as we could come back together, we hit the ground running with long ruck marches and long endurance workouts.
Go Cards!
Victory to our team would be being the best of the ROTC teams out here.
Winning matters here at West Point. That's why I like it. That's why I like this team, because the expectation is that we win.
A lot of hours have been spent on this, so to bring home the win means the world to us.
I believe personally for our team, a victory out here really just means coming together and learning a lot more.
Winning this competition would really mean everything to me and the team as a whole.
Cross the line, you're good.
Awesome job! Awesome job! Come on!
Guys, come on! 30, done.
Oh, mother.
Go. Push team, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. There you go. Come on, Taylor, come on. Hey, all come on, you two. Keep pushing. There you go. Let's go. One. We have 10 here. There you go. Go. Get five. There you go. There it is. Come on. Get up. Yeah. That's one. One. We're good. One more. Where are we at? 70? One more. We're good. What are we at? Come on, Hannah, let's go. Yeah, Brendan, flying. There you go, Brendan.
One. The second event is the barbed wire high crawl. So crawl through part that's easy. The third one is the prone throw.
Hey, mask up?
Yeah. I think so.
What are you doing, man?
Oh, Jason.
I'll hold on to it.
Yes, but two were dark, right? So 5 minutes. 5 minutes? Okay.
We like that. Run back again.
Break out.
And everybody along this line is doing the same op.
Coming up. Come on, Ubi. Go. Get on your team. Up. 6. Up. 29. Up. 30. Up. 21. Up. 32. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Go, go, go! Keep it together! Up 46! Up 47! Up 48! Up 49! Up 50!
Down! Up! Down! Up!
Let's go, Terry. So. Grab everything, guys. We got time to wait around. Go, go, go. Get up the skid coat. Get it out. There. Let's go, Bulldogs. Come on, guys. Together.
Up!
Up! Up!
Job, Aaron! 50 sit-ups! 50 sit-ups! Let's go, guys. Let's go. Get it back up.
Your lane walker will then give you the go. From that point, this whole event is based on time. All right? So your team is going to carry your Zodiac about 100 yards by. Everything else should be returned to standard. Be careful getting in and out of the boat. And on the far end, the rocks are slippery. Is it their back and then their back?
Go, boys.
Wide to the left. It's going to be a big swing. Big swing. Big swing. Right side, slow down. Get it above the gate. All right, there you go. Watch it. Okay, we're going to the left. Watch it. To the left. Left side, get a slow ball. All right, everyone get their order.
Jump in, jump in. Push, push. Grab a paddle.
There you go. Nice.
Right over in front. Right over in front.
Hey, clap it down. Clap it down.
To a high carry, guys.
All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
High carry. It's on shore. Row! Row! Strong right. Row! 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 Stay there. No, you're good.
Hey, turn it around a little bit. Turn it around a little bit.
Roger.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Done on in line, so it's not like a formation. It's in line, and everyone has to get to the next line.
Get up there. 360 security. All you're doing is a tourniquet. You see tourniquet. Do you need a tourniquet? Put a tourniquet on this leg.
Middle, right in the middle.
Put it on his forehead.
His forehead's kind of smushed.
We're ready to move them.
All right.
Just back, I got front. Hey. Yeah, you get them in. Pick up. Good. Go. Let's go.
We got you.
Everyone has to pass before you start tagging. Go.
Loosen the top one. Remove it. All right, so now we're applying a deliberate tourniquet onto the casualty. And we'll be slowly removing the hasty tourniquet. All right, the bleeding stopped. Nope, the bleeding is still not continued. That means the deliberate tourniquet is working. So now we will remove the hasty tourniquet.
I wonder if we had some, but we don't, so that's that.
Hey, Taylor, you have space blanket.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now transition to the award ceremony. Please remask when not eating or when entering the stage. At this time, they can't hear me? No? Okay. At this time, we will now transition to the award ceremony. Please remember to remask when not eating or when entering the stage. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage the 78th Commandant of the United States Corps of Cadets, Brigadier General Curtis Buzzard.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests from West Point and Cadet Command and from other locations across our country, our Sandhurst coaches, all of our support personnel, welcome and thank you for attending West Point's 55th annual Sandhurst Military Competition. But most importantly, let's highlight and thank our Sandhurst teams. What a great example of mental and physical toughness, of teamwork, of pushing yourself to your potential and beyond, and of pure grit and determination. Give yourselves a huge and well-deserved round of applause. I want to further extend a special thank you to 3rd of the 304th and 44th Medical Brigade who supported this event, and thanks to our Department of Military Instruction for your hard work and commitment to deliver such a high-quality training event for these cadets. Colonel Boyer, I know that each of them wants to thank you for the character-building weather yesterday, combined with a road march route that had never-ending hills. The Sandhurst competition at West Point has a long and proud tradition. It started in 1967 when the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst presented West Point with a British officer's sword with the intent of inspiring military excellence among the Corps of Cadets. The original purpose statement for Sandhurst read as follows: to provide the Corps of Cadets with a challenging and rewarding regimental skills competition which will enhance professional development and military excellence. For almost a decade, the competition remained internal to West Point. However, since 1975, we've hosted the Sandhurst competition and challenged teams from our Corps cadets, Cadet Command, and international military academies. This year, as you know, we had 44 teams from across West Point, Cadet Command, other service academies, and our prep school. And unfortunately, our international teams could not compete this year due to COVID. And each of your teams prepared hard for this. You put in extra hours, extra training, and you laid it all out there over the last 2 days. You gave it 110% and demonstrated the warrior ethos and then some. From a strategic perspective, this competition is important, particularly in a time of COVID, to demonstrate to the world and our adversaries that our military doesn't flinch when things get hard. We lead through them, through adversity and uncertainty. You did that here, and you'll be expected to do that in the Army, in the crucible of ground combat. But I would also like to touch on quickly on three other reasons. First off, I believe Sandhurst truly represents the Super Bowl of cadet military competition. It brings out our best from across the country to compete, to do something hard, forces the individual and the team to operate at the threshold of failure. And that's where you grow the most. It reinforces the Chief of Staff of the Army, General McConville's emphasis on building cohesive teams. Teams where you feel like you're part of something, not just in something. Teams that are built on trust. And it clearly demonstrates that our military is in great hands in the future. Second, this competition also represents an incredible opportunity to build relationships and camaraderie between the Corps of Cadets and Cadet Command, but also from a joint perspective and ideally a combined perspective when we have our international teams join us next year. It's a chance to build personal relationships and gain respect for one another. No one wins in combat alone. It takes a team across services and countries. And this competition reinforces that truth. Finally, the competition instills a winning mindset in each and every one of you. General McConville says it best, quote, "Winning matters. When we send the United States Army somewhere, we don't go to participate. We don't go to try hard. We go to win." That is extremely important because there's no second place or honorable mention in combat. So regardless of the final outcome here over the last 2 days, you are all winners. Each one of you came to win. You knew this competition instills tenacity, resilience, discipline, mental and physical toughness, and it reinforces the pursuit of excellence, and you chose to compete. Each and every one of you failed somewhere out there on the course, but you pushed yourself past adversity. Each and every one of you obtained some goal or objective you previously didn't think was possible, and you did it together. That's winning. That same grit and can-do attitude, that trust in one another is at the center of resiliency and are the very same traits that are central to being great platoon leaders and company commanders. Finally, I hope that you had some fun. I hope you enjoyed this chance to talk to your peers, compete with colleagues from around the country, and get back to some good, tough Army training. And you certainly will have some war stories to tell, but I know you all will tell them with great pride. Wish everyone a safe trip home. Again, thank you all for being here, and I look forward to serving with each and every one of you out in the operational Army. Lead from the front, build cohesive teams, and win in the crucible of ground combat. Now let's get on with the awards. Thank you.
We will now present our first award, the ROTC Cup. Major General John R. Evans, Commanding General, United States Army Cadet Command and Commanding General Fort Knox, and Commanding Sergeant Major Jeremiah Gann, United States Army Cadet Command and Commanding Sergeant Major of Fort Knox, will present the ROTC Cup. The ROTC Cup is presented to the first place ROTC team in the Sandhurst competition. Major General Evans and Command Sergeant Major Gann will now present the Sandhurst ROTC Cup to the winning team. The winner of the 2021 ROTC Cup goes to the University of North Georgia. They're on their way. Congrats, guys. Our next award is the Most Lethal Squad. Brigadier General Curtis Buzzard and Command Sergeant Major Kenneth Killingsworth will now recognize the Most Lethal Squad with the presentation of the Marksmanship Award. This award recognizes the team with the highest M4 qualification score. Go ahead. The Most Lethal Squad is Company G4.
All right, well, find some units. Okay, okay. Good work, guys. Good work. Go, go. Nice job. Yeah. Well done. Well done. Most lethal.
So are you saying the next award as well? The fastest ruck march? Job well. Our next award is the fastest ruck march. Brigadier General Curtis Buzzard and Command Sergeant Major Kenneth Killingsworth will now recognize the fastest ruck march with the presentation of the Physical Endurance Award. This award recognizes the team with the best ruck march time. The fastest ruck march came from Yusma Black. Cooking units. Bunch of them. Good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, way to go, Tim. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Hell yes. Nice job. Nice job. Yeah, nice job.
Very nice. Good job. Good job, guys.
There's a bunch of other stuff.
The next award is the Tom Surdike Leadership Award. This award recognizes individual leadership on the Sandhurst course and is reserved for the best squad leader among our teams. In the summer of 2016, we witnessed a heroic example of personal courage and leadership in action. While visiting the beach, Cadet Tom Sturdike, class of 2019, rescued a civilian who did not know how to swim when they were both swept away by a riptide. Tom's efforts saved the civilian, but he paid the ultimate price and has joined our long line of fallen comrades. Tom was a dedicated cadet who entered West Point to help others through military service. That attitude and his core values were further developed and refined during the 2016 Sandhurst competition, where Tom was a member of the team from Company B4. His teammates tell us he was the hardest working individual on their squad. He was always there to support them. He attacked the course just like he attacked the ocean waves, head on and with no hesitation or concern for himself. Tom is a perfect example for all Sandhurst competitors to emulate, and we are proud to permanently memorialize him by naming our Leadership Award in his honor. Please turn your attention to the screens for a video about the life of Cadet Tom Sturdike.
I did Sandhurst with Tom during our plebe year, and the contribution that he made to it was just incredible.
He was the tank on the team that always had a smile on his face.
There was not a single thing that I could think of that he wasn't trying to do his best at.
Tom was not the best at rucking. He wasn't the best at shooting, but when the squad was going along the route, trying to get to the next point, and they hit a hill, everyone would kind of start slowing up, getting ready for this hill or whatever challenge they had in front of them. But Tom didn't stop. He just kept going, and that's what kept the rest of the team going.
He was just the guy that everywhere he went, everything he did, he just did it with just this contagious positivity.
I always would laugh at him because he'd do these ridiculous rucks and then he would lie in bed for days. I was like, I don't know how you do that. And he said, I just love it. You just zone out and go, and you're doing it with your team, and it's a great bonding experience.
He was tired all the time, but still found time for me and the rest of his friends.
He was the most selfless and determined person I've ever met in my entire life.
When I found out that Tom passed, it made sense to me almost what he did.
That day on the beach, he pushed a complete stranger up above the water just to make sure that that person was going to be okay.
That's what first crossed my mind. It's of course, Tom was out there trying to save someone because that's what he did. He saved people. He was there for them.
The memorable thing isn't that he saved someone's life, right? The memorable thing was that he was a leader throughout his life, which in a crisis situation led to him saving someone's life.
So having the Tom Sturdike Award named after Tom, it's kind of funny. I think he would really enjoy that fact. He would think that's pretty cool. And I think he'd be pretty humbled by it.
Honestly, he conceptualizes everything that someone like a soldier should be. He was caring, he was compassionate, he was dedicated, and he was loyal. And he worked incredibly hard in Sandhurst. And I know with B4, that was his biggest pride to be part of their team.
I can't claim to have made him a better man. I hope that I did, but he sure as hell made me one. So.
I would now like to introduce Tim Sturdike, Tom's father, for the presentation of the Tom Sturdike Leadership Award. Will Mr. Tim Sturdike please come to the stage for the presentation of the award named on behalf of your son?
Well, first, I want to thank you all so much for having me here. I'm glad to be back at West Point after such a long time with this COVID situation. I really like to get back here and visit. My wife and Janice and our daughters Elaine, Rose, and Francie. Also, thank you for keeping our son and their brother in your memories. And drawing inspiration from him. I'm really proud of all the hard work and effort you all put into preparing and competing in this event. It's the toughest thing you guys will do as cadets, I believe, and my hat's off to you for the hard work. I'm presenting the Tom Surdike Leadership Award tonight, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what leadership was to Tom. Tom listened. He listened to those above him with respect, and he listened to his teammates. Then he did everything he could to help them achieve their objectives. Tom worked hard. He had grit, and even though he wasn't a super athlete, he worked harder than anyone expected to be the best athlete he could be. And no matter how tough things got, he always pushed beyond to the finish. Tom looked out for others. He paid the ultimate price looking out for a new friend who couldn't swim when they were caught in a riptide. He looked out for his teammates in much smaller ways too. Whether a smile, helping with studies, he was always there to help. All these traits point to being a leader of character, which is the mission of West Point. In today's crazy world, we need leaders of character now more than ever. You are training to be those leaders. I had the privilege last night to share a few drinks with a man who paid my son the highest compliment I can imagine as a father. This he's a columnist for the Wall Street Journal, and through friends had met Tom a week before he died. He wrote this on July 4th, 2016. The day we buried Tom here at West Point. Tom was a real Yankee Doodle dandy, right down to his date of birth, the 4th of July. This one would have been his 19th. This columnist met Tom 2 Sundays ago while he was visiting fellow cadet James Crimmins in our New Jersey hometown of Madison. After church, we were introduced to a young man who radiated decency and strength. My mind reacted as a father's. How splendid it would be, I thought to myself, if one day I were to open my front door to someone calling on one of my 3 daughters and find standing before me a young man like this one. That is the type of leader and person you all should aspire to be. Thank you.
We will now announce the winner of the Tom Surdike Award. Our winner is from St. John's University, Cadet Ethan Erickson. We will now recognize our top 5 teams. The Sandhurst Medal is presented to the top 5 teams from our competition, and we'll give special recognition to our first place finisher. Brigadier General Curtis Buzzard, Brigadier General Curtis Buzzard and Command Sergeant Major Kenneth Killingsworth will now present the medals to the 5th through 2nd place teams. Please move forward as your team is called. The 5th place team is St. John's University.
Great job. Well done. Yeah, well done. Great job. Well done. Well done.
Our 4th place team is the University of North Georgia.
Well done. Great job. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Great job. Well done. Great job. Well done. Well done. Sergeant Major. Sir.
Our 3rd place team is Company F1.
Nice job. Well done. Great job. Well done. Great job, team.
Job, Sam.
Well done. Well done, Steve. Great job. Nice job, team. Well done. Great job. Well done. Short 2. Short 2. Need 2 more? You got 2, sir?
Gentlemen, I think the same might happen for Usma Black and Gold. Their whole team came up to 13, but 11 competed, so that's why they were short.
We have points. We got more. You gonna play? Okay. Okay.
Our second place team is Usma Gold.
Well done. Good job. Well done. Great job. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Great job. Good to see you up here. Well done. All right.
Sorry, yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm worn out after introducing Usma Gold.
Y'all can stay up.
How should I introduce everybody? Do I go
Say
down
the
the line?
winner of the 2000.
Oh, do you want me to introduce the general officers?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Half of those for the dean.
Okay. The Reginald E. Johnson Memorial Saber is presented to the overall first place team in the Sandhurst competition. Our first place team is from Usma Black. I'm not a public speaker. Sorry. Too bad it's like this. You guys did great. I'll take it. I like it. Not good.
What'd you see the score? Look like briefing on your score.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir.
For the photo op. You gotta get in, sir. This is a team effort here. You stay in the back.
Okay.
it next year. Congratulations.
Thank you. So good. So excited. So good. Oh my gosh. Nate, we love you. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Nate.
Public speaking is not my skill. Good. Congratulations to all our teams. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Military Academy would like to give a special thanks to a few of our other team members. We thank Dr. Vic Ingurgio from the U.S. Army Research Institute for his support, the soldiers from the 44th Medical Brigade, and 3rd Battalion, 304th Infantry Regiment for their outstanding service and dedication during the Sandhurst competition. We would like to give a special thanks to the members of the West Point Band's Brass Quintet for providing the music for this evening with their usual superb performance. And of course, the mess hall employees who hosted a wonderful event this evening. Let's give all our competitors and cadre another round of applause for a job well done. Thank you to all the competing teams for bringing the spirit of competition and the camaraderie which is displayed here on the fields of friendly strife. At the conclusion of the ceremony, will a representative of each team come to the left of the stage to receive your Sandhurst certificates and t-shirts. The awards stage will remain in place for an additional 30 minutes for any of the competing teams who would like to take a photo after the ceremony. We will conclude the 2021 competition award ceremony with a playing of the Armed Forces Medley, recognizing our joint players we fight alongside with every day and whom we had a great privilege of competing with here at West Point. Thank you, and everyone have a good night. Please rise for the Armed Forces Medley.